Welcome back everyone. Now we are getting into the code. In this video, we will create our Flutter project, set up our clean architecture folder structure and add all our dependencies and create the service locator skeleton. Let's open up the terminal and get started. First, let's have a Flutter project. I am calling it Flutter _POS WooCommerce, and we will write here Flutter create Flutter _POS WooCommerce. So now Flutter will generate the default project structure. Now we have to put here cd Flutter and we'll press enter here. So now we have to open this path instead of this folder. By default, Flutter gives us lib folder with the main.dart file. We are going to organize this according to our clean architecture. Let me delete the default main.dart content. We will write our own from scratch. And here we have this main.dart file and we will delete everything here. Now let's create our folder structure, and I will create each folder and explain its purpose also. First, we have to go to our lib folder, and there we have to create the config folder, and this hold our configuration files like API credential and all, and we will create here config. Next, we have to create the lib/core folder, and this has shared utilities used across all the layers, and we will write here core. And inside the core, we will going to have the constants, errors and utility, and constant will be used for the app-wide constant value. Errors will be used for our failure classes and all. Utils will be used for the helper functions. And here we will create constants. After that, we have to create here errors. Then we have to create the folder here, utils. Now we have to create one more folder inside the lib folder, and that will be the heart of our application, that will be known as a domain. Here we will create domain, and inside the domain we will going to have our entities that will be used for our business object. Then we have our repositories that will be for the abstract contracts. Then we have the use cases that will be for our single actions, and here we will write entities. Then we have our repositories. Then we have our use cases. Next we have the lib/data, and that will handle our external data operations. Here we will write data. Inside this we are going to have the data source that will be used for the API implementations. Then we have the models that will be going to use for the JSON serializations. Then we have the repository that will be used for the contract implementation. Here we will create data sources. Then we have the models. After that, we have the repositories. Finally, we are going to create the presentation folder that will be for the UI layer and all. And we will write here presentation. Inside this, we are going to have the provider folder that will be used for the state management. Then we have the screens that will be used for all the pages. Then we have the widgets that will be used for our reusable components. Here we will create provider. Then we have the screens. Then we have the widgets. Here our complete folder structure. Let me collapse and expand it so that you can see it. Data, then we have the domain, then we have our presentation layer. You can see here. Now let's add our dependencies. For that, we have to open our pub spec. Now here for the state management, we are going to use our provider. We'll put here state management, and we are using a provider. Provider for the state management because it's simple and efficient. Then we are going to use it for our dependency injection. We are going to use we'll put here dependencies injection, and we are using here and it's for our dependency injection, our service locator and all. Then we have our HTTP package for making API requests. We'll put here HTTP client, and we are using a HTTP package version. We are using a 1.1.0. Then we are going to use the dots for the either type functional error handling. We put here functional programming. Then we have our equatable for easy value comparison in our entities. We'll put here value equality, and we are using an equatable. Then we are going to use the crypto for any hashing needed with our WooCommerce authentication. Put here cryptography, and here we have the crypto package. So now let's install the dependency with our Flutter pub-get. Now we are good, all the packages installed. So now let's create our service locator, and this is where we are register all our dependencies. We have to go to the lib folder first. Here we will create one file. We will name it as a service_locator.dart file. Now here we have to import the getit and the HTTP client. We'll put here import package getit. Then we have the import package http.dart as a HTTP. Now we have to create a global instance of our getit, and this is our service locator that the whole application will use. Here we will write final get it is equal to getit.instance. Now we will create our setup function that will register all our dependencies. First we will register the HTTP client lazy singleton. Lazy means it's only created when first needed. Singleton means there only one instance. And here we will put future void setup service locator, and here we have the getit.register lazy singleton, and we'll put here HTTP client. I am adding to-do comments for what we will register later. As we build each layer, we will come back here and add the registration. This is a skeleton, and we will flesh it out as we go. We will write here, we will add more registration. As we build each layer, we will put here data source to do register WooCommerce API. Then we have the repository to do register POS repository. Then we have the use case register get products, get categories, create order. Then we have the provider to do register product provider, category provider, and the order provider. So now let's create the basic main.dart file so we can run the application, and we will go here. This is our basic app structure. We will initialize our Flutter binding, set up our service locator, then run the application. Later we will add provider and our actual POS screen. This lets us verify everything is working fine. We will put here visit Flutter binding.ensure initialize. Then we have to put here await setup service locator, and we have to import here from our service locator.dart file, and we will make it as async here. Now here we have to create the stateless visit, and we will name it as a my app, and this one we will return here material app. Here we will change it to retail POS, theme data blue, use material 3 true. Then here we will POS app coming soon, and from here we will remove the debug banner and all debug. So let's run the application to make sure everything is set up correctly. And now we are going to run it on the macOS, but you can also use it Windows or Linux. And there we go. Our app is running, just a placeholder for now, but the foundation is solid. So we created our Flutter project, set up the clean architecture folder structures, added all our dependencies, created the service locator skeleton, and verified the app's run. In the next video, we will start building the core layer, our constants, failure types, and the helper functions. These are the utilities that every other layer will use. Like, subscribe if you're finding this helpful. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching the video.